I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, May 19th, 2022, and you can find this 152 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away. Nerds community, I'm asking you for 5 stars. Wherever you listen to this podcast, leave us 5 stars. It's super important. The more stars we get, that means the more slurs Nick gets. You can also find me on Twitch on Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
Got me with the pump fake. And you can watch me play video games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
Oh, you can find the both of us on Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
I am at Nick Vern. That's NACKVER. And in this week's episode, we're taking working class questions direct from the community. And joining us today is one of my absolute best friends in the whole world. It's Dr. Koi Pond, PhD himself. That's right. It's Mr. Frozen Cheddar, a.k.a. great friend of the show, Joey Feta. Burr, 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 burr. So welcome to the show, Joey. And what have you been up to? What?
Apparently something that warrants a trombone that's broken.
I know.
Jeez. No, thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Good to be back on a microphone that actually works.
Yeah, that sounds
That
great.
I can understand. Audio issues are the fucking worst ever.
Well, you're talking to somebody who doesn't even really do anything that warrants a nice mic, but somehow I came across one and here we are now.
Yeah, that sounds way better, especially from a headset. That sounds good.
And it's wireless. I can walk around, you know.
You can take Zoom calls.
You sit on your balls and you stand back up and you're not tangled. It's perfect.
So I got this Go XLR and I don't know how to use my wireless headphones with it because like all the game sound and all the different sounds go through all of the channels on this thing. So it like has to connect to this. So I am wired and it kind of does suck. I do miss the wireless options.
Yeah.
Well,
there might be a dongle you can get.
I'm going to dongle you. What I was going to say is we were going to be doing the Multiverse of Madness review, but the multiverse stole Matt and he bitched out and he sucks and he blew me and Nick off. We were so excited. We were going to have pizza. We were going to hang out. We were going to just chat and be like little girls. And then Feta was like, fuck, I'll come on and talk about the Multiverse of Madness. But then
during the prep period, which is like 20 minutes after we should have started recording, I could not find a good plot synopsis to like walk us through. And if we don't have the bullet points laid out, it doesn't go well at all. So like, let's just talk about the working class questions that we were going to talk about anyway. So
we brought Feta in here and Feta's going to be reading us our working class questions. And we're going to start featuring this every week. If there's a new question, we're sure going to be to ask it. So Feta, what games have you been playing?
I've been slacking in the video game department. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, then what has been taking up your time?
Well, a few things.
There's a cat behind you, for one.
There is a cat behind me. There should be 2. But I think what that cat is trying to do is eat the extension cord I have wired through my window.
Oh, yeah.
Which is powering the waterfall to my koi pond. So that's what I did for the last week and a half was I dug a like 20 by 20 foot circle in my front yard and I filled it with water. Why? Couldn't tell you.
No way.
Couldn't tell you. So I enjoy it.
Wait. You couldn't tell us why you dug a koi pond or because koi ponds are awesome.
No, love the koi pond. Can't tell you why I decided I wanted one.
Because you have a house and you have all this property and you're like, fuck, what do I do with all this?
Exactly.
And it's just so everybody knows Joey makes like 800 grand a year. So he's got to spend his money on something.
Definitely don't do that. Definitely. I just took a break from buying Pokemon cards, and then I was like, shit, I got all this money. I might as well dig a pond.
Now,
That's
did you,
awesome.
is the koi, are the fish in there?
I have some cheapo fish in there to kind of start the ecosystem going.
Okay.
So I went down to Petco and bought all of the feeder goldfish that they had in the store. Cost me a whopping $12 for like a stupid amount of tiny fish.
Wait, feeder goldfish? Like literally goldfish you would feed to a bigger fish?
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, that's kind of, I didn't even know that
There's
existed.
always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
But did you guys know Petco is where the pets go?
It is.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Just blew my mind. That makes so much sense.
I'm gonna throw you through another loop.
Oh.
Is it PetSmart or PetSmart?
Oh my god.
PetSmart.
I thought so hard my voice cracked.
All right, so you got the ecosystem. How long does it take for the ecosystem to get normalized before you can put a fish in?
I mean, I can put a fish in whenever I want. If I wanted to sustain, I probably got to run this sucker for about a week and a half.
To like,
oh, that's it?
Out.
Yeah. Oh, it's not intense at all. Plus, you can like dump like bottles of bacteria into the thing
to like make it
pretend like it's a pond that's been there for a while.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you have like rocks and like lily pads and like plants?
Getting there. I ordered some lily pads and like this like blooming lotus is how I'll call it. So should be cool. Yes, statues. I was getting there. I'm so excited. So I found this guy on TikTok, of course, because I'm hip and I do what the kids do. And this dude, it's an artist based out of New York. He makes sculptures of Pokemon out of cast concrete.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought 4 of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to put them all around the pond.
That's awesome.
Real excited.
All right, but this is going to be a hard judgment question. Which Pokemon did you get?
That's the real question. I didn't get this answer. I asked him.
Because if they suck, we're just going to cut you off from the show. Joey Fett is no longer here.
So I got one that a lot of people hate on.
You get
one that a lot of people like, and then arguably the best one.
Okay, let me put it out there. I'm going to guess because I don't actually know. So I'm going to say one people hate on probably Magikarp, and then one people like, I'm going to say Squirtle, and then probably the best one, I don't know. Maybe
Pikachu?
like a Pikachu or like a legendary, maybe like Lugia or something. I don't know if they're all water themed.
I hawk Lugies all the time.
I hawk Lugies.
All right, let's hear it.
Earlier. No, I got the three Kanto starters. So I got a Bulbasaur, I got 2 Squirtles, and I got a Charmander.
Oh, that's fucking sick. Wait, which one do people not like?
Bulbasaur. People like hate on Bulbasaur.
No, what?
Wait, are you going to put them around the pond or in the pond?
To be determined. I'm thinking that at least the Bulbasaur and Charmander are outside the pond, and then my grand plan is I'm going to drill the Squirtles out and make them spit water from my filter.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, make sure you post this video. I mean, the pictures in the art creatives section of the Discord because that.
I can't wait. I can't. It's just right now it's not in the prime condition to be showing off.
Of course not. Mm-hmm. How do you stop birds from coming and eating the fish?
I haven't figured that one out yet. People put nets over it, but I'm not really digging that vibe.
Because if you get aren't some of the big koi or big goldfish expensive?
You can get koi that are like $5,000.
Whoa,
it's disgusting.
That's more than a dog.
Yeah. Like when I first started this idea, I watched this guy on YouTube, and he actually direct imported koi from Japan. Like he went down there
or something.
Huh?
They've got gold scales or something? Like,
dude, they are intense for no reason.
Wow. That's interesting.
Well, there has to be a reason. Listen, I would love to have some kind of pond like that because it's super soothing. Like sit out there and
With
have
trickling water.
but like it's something about a pond. Like I can put like water sounds on my phone or a sound machine. It's not the same.
Yeah.
When you have like real water and you're sitting out there and you have a cup of coffee, it's just fucking chill.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's right out this window behind me. So like if I open the window on a nice night like tonight, you can hear the waterfall going, and it is just game changing.
That's great.
Yeah, that is great.
What was I going to say? I had another thing I wanted to ask you. Oh, has anybody done the full Michael Scott and fallen in yet?
Yep, me.
Actually?
Straight up. So actually 2 people Michael Scotted my pond. So we were putting rocks all around the edge to hold the liner in after we already filled it up.
Yeah.
And you know,
You've bent over
a couple
to put a
double
rock down.
IPAs in, you're like, I can grab that boulder.
You
Dude,
bend over-
I almost concrete like cinder blocked myself onto the water with this boulder. The liner is so slick, and then I just went boom, and the thing is like 3 feet deep.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's just deep enough to be dangerous.
Oh, past deep enough to be dangerous.
How
That's
big is the
funny.
pond? It's like 3 feet deep at the deepest part, and then it's like a pear shape, but it's like 20 feet long and then 10 to 12 feet
Oh wow,
wide.
it's like legit.
You could swim in it. Yeah, it's bigger than a hot tub.
Wow. But
Mhm.
I was gonna say I understand pear shape because I look at myself in the mirror every day.
It's iconic.
It is for
It's
sure.
fantastic.
Iconic. And it's just so appealing.
I see what you did there. Appeal. Fruit.
Banana.
Puns. Yes.
Nick,
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
So, as we were talking, I just realized that I think I haven't talked about it on the show yet. I should have last episode. So, did I tell you guys? Let me back up. Are you familiar with like NFL films? How they do like the mic'd up series for different pro players?
Oh,
Well,
I
like
know where this is going.
the guy will
Well,
wear
yeah.
like a microphone under their shoulder pads or
Yeah.
whatever. So I did that for paintball practice before Dallas with Smiley Joe Photography. Was one of the best paintball photographers in New England.
He really is.
He's fantastic. And he just mic'd me up and followed me around for a practice while I was with Power 2, prepping for the NXL event. And the video came out, and it's like a half hour of footage of me just playing paintball and like coaching and stuff. It was pretty cool.
I hope. Go ahead.
I posted it in the Discord when it first came out, but Smiley Joe's since posted some YouTube shorts and Instagram reels of like clips from it, which are pretty funny. But yeah, it's awesome. I think that was a wicked cool experience to like. It's always cool to get photos of yourself doing something like that, but then to get video too and the microphone is awesome.
Well, I think now, even when you were getting intense, the
Yeah.
best was you would walk out on the field and you were like, okay, Nick, we're going to shoot that guy off the break. Because like clearly your mind isn't even thinking that you have a microphone on your face.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you forget and you're talking to yourself a bunch. And I was like, okay, so that's the shit that's going on in your head. Like
Right.
you can be screaming D1 until you're blue in the face and everybody expects that.
Yeah.
But it's the shit that you're saying under the mask, or when all your other teammates are talking mega shit to you and you're like, fuck, I suck.
Well, you know what? I realized how often I say, you know what I mean? After things, I'll be explaining something and be, you know what I mean? So then we got to do this and got to do that, you know what I mean? So now my name in the group chat, the paintball team group chat is, you know what I mean? After everybody watched that, they're like, dude. Well, I said it first, but
There's nothing more cutthroat than a group chat nickname.
Oh yeah.
No, it's the truth.
Before it was Smash City, because of my
Okay.
social life, obviously. There's something else, something related to.
Well,
to
look
that.
at Gronk, and he was the most eligible bachelor of the nerds community.
I know, and he went and got wifed up, locked it all down.
And now he's just a My Little Pony online main.
I know, that's all he does. Just My Little Pony online.
That's an upgrade.
What? My Little Pony online?
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. You know, no, it's lame. It's like it's a dead game. You know, he's just all about it. So in gaming news, speaking of games, Mix Up Monday was streamed was the theme of my stream this week. I just didn't feel like playing Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Full disclosure, I just wanted to play a shooter and get some aggression going. So I played Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, which is my favorite multiplayer Call of Duty to date.
I
jammed that for 2 hours.
So it's been on my mind for a little bit, Nick.
Yes.
Are you haven't found a game you love?
For stream?
You're
so.
Just in general. You're in like a gaming lull.
Yeah, I'm in the gaming in between for sure. Like I liked playing the Halo multiplayer, but that's not like a game that I play a lot of.
No, that's like not your style of game.
Those multiplayers are like short bursts, Call of Duty, Halo. But I'm not. Yeah, I know. After I finished Horizon Zero Dawn, I haven't really found my swing for like games that I'm like,
Yeah, for me, like, what game is out there that you want to play? And
Forbidden West, but I'm not really chomping at the bit to buy a PS5.
Well, it kind of sucks because, believe it or not, like the other game I was thinking about that you should really think about, because you can play it on your PlayStation 4 Pro that you have.
Yeah.
Either Miles Morales, because I bought it, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And or Ghost of Tsushima or whatever it's called. Like,
that's a good point.
Dude, those are like that's your bread and butter. Like, honestly, like when I watch your streams, I feel like you're the most engaged in stream, and I'm not calling you out, right? I'm just
no, I know.
But like I feel like when you're playing a game like a first person RPG, I feel like you're so into it, you can see the passion as you play it. Where the
other game styles, I'm
like
obviously
even like, so it was said to be by somebody, I don't remember who. I said, how's the Lego Star Wars game? They're like, it's freaking awesome, but we've already played it. Like, we know how the story goes. Like, you're playing it for nostalgia, but like, it's not like you're gonna get a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's exactly how I felt.
When you're chasing the bounty hunter in Attack of the Clones, you know that there's a bar and you don't want to buy death sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I haven't played it. Like I was saying last week, I have a brand new copy of it for the Switch, and like I want to play it, but like part of me just wants to buy it for my Xbox so I can play it like casually with my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I don't feel as if like I could invest that time into it.
Right. Like I played through, I think that's the feeling I was getting, was like, man, I don't want to go keep playing that. It's like the only real novelty you get is like smashing stuff, and that gets old after like 5 minutes. So it's just the gameplay is pretty, it's fun, but especially because I've already played these games. What?
The best RPG games on PC 2022. Okay. So I'm gonna look. Neverwinter, free to play. I think Nick should play The Witcher 3 because
have you ever played it?
I only played like 3 or 4 hours on the PS4 back in the day, and I was playing something else.
Right, but like I feel like
I didn't give it a good chance.
What about Elden Ring, Nick? No,
I would love to see him play Elden Ring.
Dude, I'd be fucking awful at it.
That's why I kind of want to watch it.
So bad at those Dark Souls style games.
What about Cyberpunk, Nick?
I could revisit Cyberpunk. Maybe they fixed it finally.
They did fix it.
That could be fun. Cyberpunk.
You definitely need a story focused game.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm an action RPG, story driven action, single player action RPG guy.
Well, here's the other one I'm going to call out because it's so good. Oh, no, you've already played them all, right? The Mass Effect series?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's out.
I don't remember them, though. I could play Mass Effect 2, I suppose. I don't remember that. That was so long ago. Xbox 360 days.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that, Joey?
Mass Effect 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was an Xbox stan back in the day.
All about the Xbox?
Speaking of which,
wait,
go ahead.
I'm gonna drive us because my phone does that thing, where it listens to me all the time.
Yes.
And sends me news articles that I like. Apparently, rumor has it, allegedly, Gears of War is getting like a Master Chief Collection reboot.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Do you remember the Gears of War games?
Of course I do.
Oh my god.
Play like the horde mode and stuff.
Oh man, I would love that
Chainsaw
so
on the
much.
gun.
I don't even know why, but I feel like that would be something that would be so fun to play.
Absolutely.
What about see, like,
finish your thought. What about
Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
meh.
What?
Odyssey? Well, no, I started playing Origins and I got so bored so fast.
Dude, but like Greek mythology, like I'm just thinking of like I feel like at this point, like if you took every stream to play an RPG until you find one that you love, like even like the Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I heard is amazing.
That's a good point. I should just do that. It'd be like the searching for
the next RPG,
searching for story, and every week I play a different one until I find one I like.
Let's see if I can suck less.
That'd be fun.
You know what I mean? Like give yourself
searching for story series episode 1.
Yeah, or
episode 2, whatever.
Yeah, because I feel like I know you pretty well, and I know when you take a week off from a game because you don't really want to play it, means you're not interested in playing it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I know that, like, I think that was the last time you did that, and I was like, okay, you need a new game. Ooh, what's Paradox? Nothing.
Wait, so I know you're searching for games, but I like this idea. Let's get the. I'll start playing a different RPG each week.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find like
a hot 5 or something.
Well, no. Like, I'm just looking, even like a free to play game.
I have a question for you guys in the meantime, though.
Yeah.
So I've been watching. So a couple times this week, I was just like decompressing, like Monday, Tuesday night. No, not Monday night. I've streamed Monday night, but maybe Sunday night and then Tuesday night, I watched a couple movies. So I watched. I finished watching Operation Mincemeat, which is, I don't know if that's a Netflix movie or not, but it's about World War II, British intelligence agency. I don't know if it's MI5 or what, but military intelligence. They're trying to make this operation to deceive the Nazis into like not knowing where in Europe they're going to land for when they invade Italy. So they're trying to convince them that to put out intelligence that they're going to invade Greece and not Italy, because the Nazis think they're going to invade Italy, and then they convince them through this spy operation that they're actually going to invade Greece, and then they invade Italy, Sicily specifically. So the whole shtick is like they take this dead body and dress him up like a officer and plant him with a submarine off the coast of Spain, which it was like filled with Nazi spies, and have like important documents in the guy's briefcase that talk about invading Greece, and then let that just percolate and get back to the command, and then they follow the intel and think that they're invading Greece, and it worked.
Okay.
It was just an interesting movie that I watched. Then I watched Reservoir Dogs because I'm a big Quentin Tarantino fan, and I'd never seen his first movie, Reservoir Dogs, which is interesting because the budget was super crazy low, and he paid all the actors with like royalties. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's shot like in a warehouse and a couple cars and a cafe, and that's it. And that's the whole. But it's an interesting movie. I thought it was very good for how like it's basically like a high school budget type of thing, and it's a whole real Hollywood movie. Anyways, I enjoyed that. And then I've finally watched the new Jackass movie. Have either of you guys seen that?
No.
You haven't? So I don't, usually I'm like meh on the Jackass movies. I don't know why. I was just in like that particular mood, but I was crying laughing through most of it. Like, I don't know. I think I finally came around to like, yes, it's ridiculously stupid. And yes, it's like all the stunts are like things that you'd think of if you were in middle school. And then these adults in their like now 50s are doing it, you know? I don't know. I found it completely hilarious and just like hit the spot for my mood for the week. And it's streaming. So if you feel like watching it, go watch it. But No, but that's basically what I've been up to. Is I got mic'd up. I'm on the search for a new game for stream, and watch some awesome movies.
So my final point on you looking for a game,
Yeah,
I think you have to decide if you like. Do you own The Witcher 3?
I did for PS4, but no, I would buy it on PC.
Yeah, so because if you're gonna play The Witcher, you want to play it on a PC because that's where it'll look the best.
Yeah,
but the other thing is like, or you take the PS4 and then you do the
probably Miles Morales is where my first thought went to.
Right. Well, because you can have the capture card, it's already in your PC.
Yeah,
you just need to set up a new scene on your Streamlabs, and
That's easy
then
enough.
right. But what I'm saying is because right now, like without even thinking, I mean, you could play Horizon Forbidden West, you could play
Well, no, I don't
Miles
have
Morales and Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, but Forbidden West, I want to play on a PS5.
I agree, but I'm saying if you had to,
Yeah,
because you're
no,
a
I
cheap
get that.
ass, then you could.
I'd rather spend the $500, $600 on paintball stuff or an
There's
air conditioner, which is what I did.
What
bought
about
The
You
mega
guys-
air conditioner.
you guys talked about Elder Scrolls Online? Have you ever dabbled in that?
I have.
Yeah,
it's
we
not-
both played it together.
I'm not an MMO guy. It's
But
It's really good. You can do most of the content solo. It's really good. Nick doesn't give it a chance because Nick doesn't want to walk through a world and see other people. Nick likes to, and I'm talking for him like I know, but like it's the truth. Like Nick doesn't
is true.
like walking down the street and seeing Marcus B814, Dirty Muffin Man, or Feta Cheese walk by him. He wants to be all alone in a world to immerse himself into it.
yeah.
He doesn't want to be doing something and then somebody's like doing like an emote dance in front of him because it takes him out of the immersion. Am I right, Nick?
Yeah, that's pretty precisely. I like a story game because I'm like being in the immersion. I'm in the game, and like I like Skyrim as an example,
Like-
in that Elder Scrolls universe, because like you're in it, you're
Right,
in
when-
the Dwemer ruin. But then like you see Chuck E. Cheese 814 walking by you, and it's like with like flaming armor that's like pink or something,
Right.
and it's like, oh well, this is a human and not in this world. You know what I mean? It takes you out of it.
Yeah. So my vote for Nick is The Witcher 3, because that is like an Elder Scrolls style, like the
Fantasy?
what's that stupid game? Yeah. Skyrim. It's like a Skyrim game.
It's a totally different style game, but yeah,
it's the
I get
same
what you're
kind of
saying.
gameplay.
No, it's third person. It's not first person.
Oh, it's not? I don't fucking know.
You really? Come on, man. Yeah, The Witcher's third person, which is
All
fine.
I know is
It's fun.
all I know is
It's a great
Rack
game.
Evan. He says that's the best game ever made.
Yeah, it is.
Ever.
That's what most people say. And then its DLC is like a whole nother game.
Yes.
The Blood and Wine or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we've
Wild.
decided.
Well, you know when it's all right. So I'm going to call it here first. What's going to happen is nothing, and then next Monday at like 7:55, Nick's going to text me and say, "Fuck, I don't have a game to play. I'm just going to play Call of Duty," because his ass was either too lazy or he saw a squirrel and he didn't download a game.
Yeah. Well, there is a non-trivial likelihood that will happen.
So
but
the way you counteract that, Nick, is like
I go buy.
while you're editing the podcast, you just buy a game and commit.
That's a good point.
My vote is The Witcher 3 because I feel like that's a game you can really sink your teeth into. And when Nick likes a game, it's like I know you. When Nick likes a game, he'll want to play it. So what'll happen is on stream, he'll do the story stuff, but during the week, he'll be fucking grinding side quests like crazy because he likes the game. Because that's what happened on Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's
I would
true.
call him and he's like, dude, I'm fighting some fucking ridiculous robot dog. I got to call you back.
Like it's a T-Rex mixed with a Stegosaurus, and it breathes fire, and then has like UFOs that shoots out of its back at you. I'm just rolling. Control. But yes, no, that's completely true. I think I gotta really get into the game. I didn't give The Witcher a chance the first time. You know,
But I think
I was like all about Fallout, and then I was like, oh, I have this other game I should also try, and like you have to like get into the world.
well,
you know?
your key is if you can't be interested in another game,
Right.
like if you're in a lull and you like play it for 2 hours on stream and you get into it, it's game over. You're gonna play it until it's done.
Yeah, that's what happened with Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like, whatever, I guess I'll play this, and then I was like, oh, I actually really like this. And I kept playing and playing and playing. I think for this game though, I need
and
to
everybody came over and started playing it. Like, I mean, you got when you first started to play it, Doritos started to play it.
again. Yeah,
Right. And then you guys started to like talk about it. And, like, that's what I'm saying, man. I think me and Fed, I got it for you. Witcher 3. I think that's
All right.
true.
I'll just do it, and then you could watch the Netflix show.
I've seen the Netflix show. The Netflix show is great.
Why are you not streaming this game?
All right, I'll get involved. The Game of the Year edition is only $50.
Hold
you
on,
go.
hold on. Wait, no.
That's like one date for one of your people's.
Bro, I'm gonna put it in the chat. I got this mature ages. Oh yeah, here we go. This is on GOG. You're welcome. All right.
In the Google Doc. Which chat are you talking about?
No, the game, the Zencaster chat.
Okay.
You're welcome. $15 fucking dollars. It's the PC key for Steam.
Oh, look at you!
I didn't get that. Oh, I'm on the footnotes. Sweet. Is this the Game of the Year edition?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. What the fuck? What am I doing with my life?
You always search the game and the PC key. See, that's the nice part about a PC is you can always search for a key, and like, so what'll happen is like GOG will get like they'll like buy like 1,000.
This is $10, not 15.
Well, I don't know. I
Even
no,
better.
Even better. Yeah. What the? Okay.
no, is
That's
it
a
really?
Dunkin' Run, dude.
I know.
Oh yeah, game of the year edition. Wait, make sure you read it. Works on Windows. What
Is it in the U.S.?
single player?
Probably.
Yeah, but you
not.
want to make sure the key. What is it?
I've gotten burned like that.
Yeah, but this is GOG, so it's fine. You just want to make sure that like you don't have to use. You want to make sure that
You got to finish your sentence, sir.
it's you can play it on Steam.
Okay. How else would you
Steam
play
key.
it? Like through like.
Oh, here we go. Because I think you might have to download that. Okay, so this is the one you want. It's 1483. Sorry. Yeah, because this is a Steam key platform.
okay.
Oh, GOG. See, you don't want to have to get a different.
launcher.
Right.
Got it. Well, anywho, we can figure this out after.
I just enjoyed doing it now. That's fine.
Hell yeah. Where was I? Back at the ranch. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, Marcus, what have you been up to this week?
Oh boy. So yeah, we're gonna find it because you don't want a GOG. See, I can't even talk about maybe until I find you the Steam key. Fucker. All the cheap ones are for GOG. You don't want that. You want it for Steam. Oh, Steam preloaded? What the fuck is this? $14.99. What kind of shit is this? See, I can't even focus on anything else.
Breaking news: Marcus's computer gets bricked trying to buy for discount Witcher 3.
No way. These are all like
copious malware.
I mean, the way the website says 100% safe and secure.
That's all you need.
Come on, man.
It's just like that ATM that's freestanding in the middle of nowhere. Totally fine.
Yeah, definitely not gonna steal your information.
Nope.
Okay, so a couple things. We released our merch store.
The merch store.
So right now, it's some stupid website address. I'll get to the website stuff after. If you want it, go to mine or Nick's Twitch streams. While we're streaming, you'll get the link for the merch because I have not added it to my Twitch panel, which I will. Our order just came in. Nick got a shirt. I got a shirt. I got a working class nerd shirt. I got a working class nerd hat. I got the coffee mug. I just wanted to see the quality of it. I wanted to see how they look before,
It's pretty solid.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. Is it the highest quality stuff? Probably not. But you know what? It's still good, and I'm going to be able to rock that shit.
Yeah, and you can get an actual champion hoodie with my logo on it. I opted for the bougier hoodie. Frankly, selfishly speaking, I just wanted that for me. So it's wicked expensive. It's like $48 or something.
$46.
Sorry, $46 for a hoodie, but it's a champion one. So only
Do you
the
remember
best.
when Champion was like sold exclusively at Walmart for like $6?
Yes, Champion used to be the bullshit brand, like the Walmart brand of clothing. Like if you wore Champion,
like if you wore a Champion shirt, you were like destitute.
you were super dorky, and like you wore a Champion shirt to gym class to change into.
And now it's the bougie.
Now it's the bougie drip brand.
And you can still buy it at Walmart.
Can you still?
I think so.
I don't know. I've been to Walmart a couple times and I've not seen it. It's moved up in the world.
Oh, it's like the Gap. Anyways, so we have some awesome what does
the Gap have to do with Champion? Like what?
Yo, I tried to buy
absolutely
jeans at Gap they're like hundreds of dollars. It's so wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Gap. My cousin's a designer for Gap, I think, or works in their corporate structure. One of the
Listen, I wear
that's
Carhartt.
very different.
I wear Carhartt.
I don't know what he
work
does.
Clothes. I wear work clothes. That's it. And then like a white T-shirt or like streaming stuff and basketball shorts.
I wear business casual in a vest. Okay?
Bro, I'm in pajamas. I wear scrubs.
I know. Yeah.
The most stain resistant clothes you can get.
Yeah. That's nice.
Except they're all polyester, and if there's ever a fire in my shop, it's gonna like just stick to my skin.
What, your Carhartt stuff?
No, the scrubs.
Oh yeah.
I should start wearing scrubs as I'm building cabinets.
Dude, I would laugh so hard if I gave you money to come do my kitchen and you showed up in scrubs.
Well, if you did that, I would definitely do it just the first day, just to be hilarious.
And the little booties with the hat, like it's sterile.
No.
Walked in.
No.
You got to.
So anyway, like I was saying, thank you to everybody who has already purchased stuff on the merch store. It means so much. We're going to take all the money that we make from it to help pay for this podcast and our streams and all this stuff to make better content.
Yes. Way more better.
It's pretty exciting, if you ask me.
Hell yeah, it is.
There was something else, but I don't remember what it was.
In your
No, there was something else that while I was talking about the merch, was going to talk about. Well, whatever. It's gone. Poof. ADD.
Okay.
Anyways, so every 5 weeks in Destiny or 6 weeks, there's a gun that you can get in one of the raids. It's like the best hand cannon in the game, but it like gives you like the god roll of the gun. So it's like the best version of the gun. There's no RNG.
Oh, that's nice.
So Tom TV, friend of the show, he's like, I'll help you get that gun. And on Saturday night when we went to, or Sunday night when we tried to get it, he didn't have his like usual squad.
Okay.
And we tried for an hour and a half, and me being like the worst Destiny player ever,
you couldn't get it done.
Like we couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
So I ended up going back Monday night and I got it. It was great. It was smooth. It was easy with them. I actually did more damage that night than I did any of the other times there. Maybe because I didn't die as much. I don't know. But anyway, so I got the Fate Bringer. It was awesome. Then this past Tuesday was the last clan night before the new season. So next Tuesday, the new seasonal content comes out. So it's basically like the next round of DLC is coming out for the game. So we probably won't have clan night. Like it'll be an unofficial clan night, but official clan night, because we're going to be doing like the story stuff and checking out all the new, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I might on Saturday, and as like after I get whatever I need done for the new season, I'm probably going to start a new character.
Whoa.
Well, I have a hunter that I might do on legendary to try it, or I might start a warlock.
I was going to say, dude, you got to come to the witchcraft side. Okay.
Well, we'll see. Like,
Come
I
be a
don't
warlock.
know. And then,
We all float down here.
yeah. And then,
Feta got it. Thank you.
anyway,
It's an it quote with because the warlocks do the
What's
floaty
it?
jump thing. The scary clown movie based on
Never
Stephen
saw it.
King's book. Well, it's in the
Pennywise
trailers.
and such.
Pennywise, eats children.
That's gross. Anyway,
Yeah.
So then, if you guys know me, I work a lot, right? And the week before I went to Disney, I like killed myself. I got everything done that was like loose ends, like everything. And
Yeah.
since we've come back, like I've caught up on so much stuff. And now I'm finally at a point of like, holy cow, like I'm at peace. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like-
everything that I'm doing is current.
Mhm.
Nothing is in the back burner. And it feels really good to be at that point.
Yeah.
Because now like I can focus on the current shit and I'm not all stressed out. But it's so funny that as soon as work has a little balance, I come home and my kids are out of control. It's like fucking Mortal Kombat in my house and they're getting flawless victories. Okay. And by the end of the night, like tonight, dude, I was so happy that like we were running late because I literally sat here and ate an entire box of M&M peanuts
Wow.
and drank my coffee and just was like,
Yeah. It's a great feeling.
yes.
I did that before the show, and then I realized I had stuff to do.
Yeah.
I sat in my bed for like a half hour or 20 minutes, probably 8 to 8:20. And then I was like, oh, wait, I never did the plot synopsis.
Yep. Nick. Well, it's
Classic.
not. Well, so what I will say, Nick, is it's not your fault that you didn't do the plot synopsis. It's Matt's fault.
That's
because
true.
if Matt didn't blow us off,
I would have done it yesterday if Matt was coming on.
right?
'Cause
Exactly.
I knew it because I knew I wouldn't have had time after work today because I would come home, there would be pizza, Matt would be here already, we'd be screwed around for
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Cracking brewskis
Suck
or
less,
whatever.
Matt.
Well, and Matt doesn't drink, but you know what I'm trying to say. The standard issue friends getting together revelry would be occurring, and I would have done it yesterday. But anyways, meanwhile, back at the ranch,
there was something else that I had to say, and I don't even know what the fuck it was.
merch store.
Oh, YouTube. So there's 50 episodes of Working Class Nerds officially on YouTube.
I saw that.
Yeah, and there will be another 100 before the end of the month, which is about a week away.
Wow.
So we're going to be 100% current for Working Class Nerds, and then every week it'll be launching with the podcast. So the podcast will go out first, but by the end of Friday, as long as whatever the day is that we release, it'll be that following day. It'll be on YouTube, and we're just going to cycle that way. So there's always the up. So wherever you're listening to whatever you do,
Yeah,
you get it.
yeah, you can listen to our podcast on YouTube too.
Yes.
You're welcome.
So we got the Destiny TWAB. They started off with, they just wanted to, say that their hearts went out to the victims of the tragedy that occurred in Buffalo, New York. We're not going to talk about it too much because we don't want to give anybody like props for doing it because that shit sucks.
Yeah.
So this week at Bungie, Guardian Games is coming to a close, and we're but days away from a new season. That's right, Guardian Games is nearing its end. Warlocks are dominating as of this writing. It's rigged. Will they hold on to their first Guardian Games victory? Only time will tell. Actually, not true. Our social media channels will also tell. And you might be able to do the math by visiting the podium in the tower, as they might have such commanding lead that Titans and Hunters couldn't possibly catch up to their space magic. It's true. It's 100% true. So, Nick, do you want to take over? I will highlight where I left off.
I was doing Doctor Strange spell crafting things. What is that color? Can you suck less?
Yeller.
Anyways, we're just a few days out from what are you doing? We're just a few days out from a new season. This is giving me macular degeneration trying to read this. Marcus highlighted it fluorescent yellow. We're just a few days out from a new season where we've covered quite a few systematic changes coming to Destiny 2. Sandbox changes, ritual reputation changes, and a few other details on how gameplay in general will be updated. Many of you, and when I say many, I mean almost every single one of you, have been asking about the new stuff. What is Season of Redacted all about? What's the next challenge our Guardians are about to face? What's going on with Redacted about their Redacted? Where's the trailer? And there's a link. Which subclass is getting a 3.0 treatment? Which subclass? There will be a day where many of your questions will be answered, but today is not that day.
Like, can we just talk about these twabs, how like the community managers talk to us? It's fucking hilarious.
Yes. Yes. These are written like fantastically. They're always funny. It's a scary but fun balancing act in the grand scheme of things. I've said it before, but player discovery is one of the most potent things in gaming. Do we spill the details in twabs and tweets, or do we hold things a bit closer to the chest with each season to let players dig in on day one and find out some of the cool things in the game itself? If you like to go in dark, this should be one of the last Bungie communications you read before Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you'd like to get a quick taste before launch, tune in to a bit earlier on Tuesday morning and keep an eye out for a countdown for our next trailer. So what will be... Oh, interesting. So a new trailer's coming out. So what will be our final TWAB before launch? We've got some details on how seasonal events will be evolving, a quick spoiler-free patch note preview, a rundown on when our next dungeon is going live, and a preview of upcoming Trials of Osiris armor sets. Keep an eye out for our player support section 2, as we'll be breaking down the timelines for Destiny 2 Update 4.1.0, which kicks off the Season of Redacted on Tuesday. It's not actually the Season of Redacted, it's literally Redacted. Shall I keep going?
No, you don't have to. I'm scrolling down to find out about I want to know when the new... Wow, they're expanding the vault space by 100, so it was 500 and is now 600. Wow, people are going to be really happy over that.
That's sweet.
All right, so I'll take over this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so dungeon diving. Next week, we are launching a brand new dungeon on Friday, May 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific. The recommended power level to enter for normal difficulty will be 1550. Master difficulty will be live day one as well, but we'll leave those entry requirements for you to see in the game next week. Whoa, that's going to be big.
Cool.
We're going to let you discover where you will be going and what you will be doing for yourselves. But we wanted to give you a quick tease at what rewards you can expect to earn once inside. Here's a high-level look at the rewards. So you're going to get 1 legendary armor set piece. Artifact version can be acquired via master difficulty. 4 legendary weapons. 4 legendary weapons. 2 legendary reprised weapon. 1 exotic weapon. 1 exotic catalyst. 1 exotic accessory, ship or sparrow, and 2 legendary emblems. Assuming you plan to brave the challenges that await you, these are the treasures you can claim.
Sweet.
Best way to get into this dungeon, as well as the coming in Season 19, is have the digital deluxe edition of the blah, blah, blah Witch Queen. Blah, blah, blah. You know, this might be a good time for me to do a Witch Queen giveaway. So, like, the people that want to get into the new season, they can get... Maybe I can buy this season pass and give that away to people.
Maybe.
Whoa. I'll have to look.
That'd be
Anyways,
cool. Over.
Yeah, so they talked about trials, a bunch of other stuff. You know, read the TWAB for yourself because it's... Anyways, that's about it. And NIA, wow, that was terrible.
We do it nice because we do it twice.
In AIE news,
Tuesday night is mandatory fun night for both Star Wars The Old Republic and Destiny 2. Both start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, mandatory fun night means the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. So this is for all shapes and sizes and skill levels and ages. and gaming styles. If you're in AIE, if you want to get involved in AIE, come on down to Mandatory Fun Night Tuesday night in Star Wars: The Old Republic or Destiny 2. Come on, come all. We would love to have you.
And
go ahead.
I just wanted to talk about a little bit about the clan nights that we've been doing on Tuesday nights. Dude, it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of engagement. Like, you don't need to get in voice chat with us. Like, if you just want to do your stuff and hang out with us, please, please, please just come hang out. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun and we get a lot of things done.
Hell yeah. And if all this sounds fun to you, go to AIE-guild.org. Jump in the Discord, the link for which you can find in the top right-hand corner of the website, and ask for a guild invite, whether or not you play Destiny, Star Wars: Old Republic, Guild Wars 2, Elder Scrolls Online, World of Warcraft, Pokemon, My Little Pony Online, Koi Pond Building, or Us, and any other video games that you would like to play. We would love to have you.
And I know it's a shorter first half of the show, but I know Nick has to pee.
I do. I drank 2 liquid IVs right before we started. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we are showing off a new featured section of the show. So regularly each week now, we're going to be adding this in. So this is working class questions. So
tell everybody. Oh, sorry.
I'm reading the whole thing. Members of the Nerds community can submit their questions in our Discord, and we answer them on the show. So that's
can I shout out 2 people who inspired us?
Yeah, of course.
Gator and Hazel, they do this on their podcast, and they call it community questions. And honestly, like, it's such an awesome idea. I wanted to incorporate this a little bit, like DCP podcasts. There's a bunch of like Destiny podcasts that do this. And I think it's a great way to connect your community to the show. And some of the questions that come out are ridiculous and hilarious on the Guardian Downcast. But the other thing is, just know, everybody, we're going to read, like this week, we're going to read them all that we've gotten. But some weeks we might only get to 1 or 2, depending on the length of the podcast.
Right.
So, Feta, do you want to walk us into the first question?
I'll kick it off. That sounds good. So, we got the first question coming from Mr. DL Smooth. So, if the notorious Marcus B814 and Nick Vern 51 decided not to podcast, what would you do instead?
So, I've got like a multi-part answer for it. But Marcus, you want to go first?
No, you've got a multi-part. I'm all ears.
So it depends on the scenario, right? Like, if all of a sudden we're like, working class nerds is not happening ever again, I would definitely first couple times I'd fill the time with like getting a beer with Marcus or something, and then I'd try to wrangle him into doing other hobbies like paintball or something. Or I would turn it into like, I would do something nerdy, like I'd go play Legion with Mr. Feta here every Thursday or something.
Which needs to happen. But
I know wait a minute. We should set the date. Sidebar. Let's set the date for, like, if you're free Sunday night, let's just plan on doing it Sunday night.
Yeah. Well, can I make an even better sidebar?
Okay.
Why don't we plan it for a Thursday night? We won't do the podcast that episode because we'll set a date and we'll just not do it. And me and you, Nick, can drive down there, play Legion, and drive back. Who cares if we get back at midnight?
That sounds great.
Or you could even work it into something else to where you're in my neck of the woods.
Well, no, because I don't want to be in work clothes, fucking covered in dust like that. No, I want to come down and like be in like basketball shorts and a t-shirt and just chill. And I probably, listen, to be honest, I'll probably watch you 2 motherfuckers play while I'm in the back just drinking beer and the whiskey that you have on the shelves. So
this is a great sidebar.
Yeah,
this just means I need to paint. That's the issue.
That's
the issue.
Nice crack.
That's my back.
Wait, Joey, did you lose weight, or do you just have a True Fit Classic tee on?
No, I want one of those True Classics. You know, the fat guy advertisements.
Right.
Love it. I love it.
Sorry, back to
Nick,
DL Smooth. So if we just stopped out of the blue, I would fill it with like some kind of nerdy content. If it was like one particular week where we just happen to not podcast, I'd probably, selfishly speaking, like do some self-care relaxation type stuff where I just like play a game myself or like watch a movie or something where I'm just like relaxing if it's a one-off. or I'm scrolling on TikTok was more likely. Marcus is giving me the scrolling.
Or you could do
hand
the
motion.
swipe right. Right.
That's
Dude,
more
right?
like of what he does.
Or the X
Like,
in the bottom for
He's
hinge,
like the
yeah.
guy at like the baseball games that just is like speed swiping right.
Yeah, like you get one of those machines that's just like a latex finger that just flips around on a drill.
Yeah.
I did. Don't laugh. That's what I used to do in college. You just be like on Tinder when like people actually use Tinder for hookup things. You just like swipe right, swipe, and then pay for like the pro or something. So
They
you get
got Hinge where you
unlimited-
got to ask questions about personality and stuff.
No, they actually have to
Jeez.
care. Ugh.
Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
Marcus, what would you do?
So I'm going to say a couple things. So I do agree with Nick. So like if I died, like I know it's morbid, but like obviously like if something like tragically happened to where we couldn't do the show,
Yeah.
I probably would take a break from podcasting. If like something serious happened to us, because it wouldn't feel right.
Yeah.
But if like Nick was like, hey, I just don't have time anymore and I'm going to do it, I would probably either start a new podcast or move forward, like just keep doing it and like
Yeah.
get another host or whatever.
Yeah.
But really, truly, I would say content creation, because I'm on my feet all day. I work my ass off every day. Like, believe it or not, like it is exhausting doing the podcast, streaming and all that stuff. Like it does take some out of you. But honestly, like it's relaxing at the same time because I'm getting to like sit in my chair and just hang out. And like I talk to everybody anyway. So I would just maintain that. But if like you took content creation off of it, I'd actually be afraid, because I think I would become like a Netflix couch potato.
Yeah. Just like watching stuff.
And eating as many snacks as I could handle.
I'm just like
Gaming saves me, like streaming, believe it or not, saves me from snacking while I'm playing video games.
Yeah, because you're engaged in talking and stuff.
Yeah. Thanks, DL Smooth, for the question.
That was a great question. So our next question comes from Quinn. Shout out to Quinn. And it is, what is our favorite Chinese food item? So I believe Quinn was getting Chinese food that night or something.
Yes.
And it sparked this question. So what is our favorite takeout Chinese food item?
Feta.
Feta, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Oh,
you order
baby.
One thing off the menu. What's your favorite? And then you can give a Mount Rushmore after.
All right. So we're talking like hole in the wall Chinese food takeout. It's just a counter. You walk in and
wait,
it's
whatever. I'm
nonsense.
not telling you to say you're ordering a scorpion bowl. If you walk into a Chinese joint, doesn't matter if it's the bougiest one, PF Chang's, or the one that serves cat. It doesn't matter. Like, what are you ordering when you get Chinese?
Chicken lo mein.
All right.
Cat lo mein.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh my God.
What about you, Nick?
Like some variation of General Tso's chicken, or orange chicken or sesame chicken, like
Sure.
this sweet or vaguely orange colored sauce, and like fried chicken thighs.
Sure. Mine would be an egg roll.
Yeah, you're an egg roll guy.
You do talk about egg rolls like often on this
Dude,
podcast.
I love fucking egg rolls. Dude, like it used to be like we would order all of our stuff and I'd order one egg roll. But like I've graduated, like, cause honestly, I would much rather eat 2 fucking egg rolls and some pork fried rice than eat anything else.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean?
What are your thoughts on spring rolls?
So 50-50. So they're good like once in a while, but I don't like them because they don't hold the duck sauce like the egg roll. Like spring rolls, I'll put soy sauce in and I'll pour it in the packet, like the packet down it. And then by the time you get to the bottom, the entire spring roll is full of soy sauce and it's like pure MSG. And you're probably sick for like 2 days, but it tastes delicious.
Oh my God. The last time I ate Chinese food, it was from a place in Chicopee here. And I don't know if it was like extra salty or if I'm just old, because I was like got like this MSG headache and like felt terrible for like 3 days. I was like itchy. Like I looked up like too much MSG symptoms and it's like weird itching. Like,
yeah.
Like what the hell's wrong with me? I drink like 3 gallons of water.
Numb. It's bad.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, I'm just old.
Nick, I think you need to Like,
Drink more water first.
well, he
Well, I
drinks a
do.
lot of
I
water.
drink a lot.
But
I drink a gallon.
honestly, like Chinese food is one of those things that I can't fuck with. It's like I got my place. That's it. Like
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got to
wanna-
find your one spot.
Like, sure, if you're in Boston, you go to Jamaica Plains to go down the alley, turn left in an alley to go to the cat place because they have the best of the best. But
Yeah.
like you in your local area, you always have your go-to. Don't ever deviate from that. Like, who
Right.
gives a fuck if you have to drive 20 minutes to go get Chinese? It's
Yeah.
worth its weight in gold. And if you're gonna order out because you're like, I don't want to go anywhere, just order Chipotle.
Yeah, don't bother with like a questionable spot.
Sounds like Chinese takeout is a production.
It is kind of a production. I don't have a spot around here, and I never found one really in Ludlow either when I lived there.
There's one near you, Nick. I'll text you the place. It's really good, and they'll deliver.
The one you texted me is the one where I got the itchy MSG overload.
No, that one was like just mediocre. I'll send you to the one that's like legit.
Okay, I'll get the real.
He was
scoop.
testing your metal first.
Apparently,
But
I failed.
so, Feta, what is your go? So if you and your wife or soon to be wife are ordering Chinese, what's your Chinese food order?
Chinese food order. So obviously chicken lo mein right off the bat. Boom.
Yep.
It has to happen.
Okay.
She'll get the General Tso's nonsense. I usually mix it up with little.
Whoa! Easy now. Okay,
Sometimes
nice.
it's a mixed bag.
I like the broccoli.
Maybe I
in
go to
there.
dodgy places and it's like, I don't know. It's like way too sticky or it's not sticky enough.
I'm all about it.
It could be a toss up.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just stuck to your face. Oh, so bad. Stuck in place. You find it the next day. You don't know where it came from. And then you remember, oh my God, it was the chicken.
It was the chicken. Anyways, so what else?
You always, for me, you got to throw in the egg foo young.
Egg foo young. I haven't had that forever.
Egg foo young with that brown sauce. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
It's like gravy from.
I could stick a straw in that styrofoam container and drink that brown sauce. As disgusting as that is,
Dude, the brown sauce is just great value gravy packets with like extra garlic.
I'm gonna start snorting that shit then, because wow.
Oh my God.
So that's
Egg
it.
foo young. I haven't had that since
That's already $56.
Oh, I know that. Well, no, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
So that's your go-to order: chicken lo mein, General Tso's, and egg foo young.
Those are the staples.
That's great. And
What
then
about you,
can-
Nick?
So General Tso's to start. That's my number one. I also, it depends on how many people, right? I like pork fried rice if I'm gonna get rice, but I also like pork lo mein a lot, or beef lo mein. Some kind of lo mein I like too. If I had to pick between the two, I prefer the lo mein. And then like a pan fried dumpling is wicked good too. Like the pork dumpling. Veggies are good too, but I like the pork ones.
I'm gonna amend my answer to include some dumplings.
Yeah, dumplings are.
Yep.
So your bill just went up to $68.
That's
Yeah.
totally fine.
You're right.
I'm already
Worth-
driving 20 minutes. It doesn't matter.
Worth it. Make the adventure worth it.
Right.
But
Marcus.
those how about you? What's your order like?
So we do chicken fingers, pork fried rice, General Tso's chicken, egg rolls, and that's it. That's our that's what we order every time. And once in a great while, I'll do crab rangoon because you just feel like it. But like you can't. But you can't. I can't do it all the time because I'm the only one that eats it. And if I eat them all, I'm definitely shitting fucking cream cheese for the next 3 days.
See, like I don't care about crab rangoons, but apparently every female that I have relations with loves crab rangoons.
And for the record, that's like 9,643 of them.
That's
yeah.
everybody who eats crab rangoons that isn't Marcus.
Oh my God. I don't know why. Every girl I'm like dating or seeing or whatever that I get Chinese food with, like, oh my God, can we please get crab rangoons? I love them. Like,
But so
You know, people eat them cold.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
good. I eat them next day right out of the fridge. It's like I prefer that. I prefer cold crab rangoon over cold pizza. I fucking hate cold pizza.
Well, we can't be friends anymore.
Nah,
Like,
good.
it's just like it like
It's
unless
a totally different.
wait.
It's a totally different product.
Wait, but the sidebar is the only pizza that I like cold is fucking pineapple pizza because it's like refreshing. but like I don't like a super like a house pizza, peppers, onions, pepperoni, sausage, all that shit cold. Like it
That's
doesn't
great.
like it's like I'm ruining the taste of all the grease melting together and intertwining with each other. Like
No,
it's
see,
like
now-
like that's a perfect combination pizza. And when it's warm and you bite into that crispy crust, and it's like because day 2 pizza you put it in the oven is fucking crispy.
yeah,
It like
or toaster oven.
toaster oven's a good call too. Same thing. But like when you bite into it and it's like hot and all the onions, peppers, the grease and everything's all mixing together, that is like a French kiss.
That's a good point. I will say reheated like toaster oven pizza the next day is like, excuse me, almost better than the first day.
Dude,
because
it's
you get the doughiness of the
Yeah.
of the dough that's now the crust that's now like absorbed the grease you're talking about,
Yeah.
and then it recrusps like crispifies the outside crust.
Yes.
That's a good point. It's a different product.
But Nick, if you want to go like baller,
Okay.
take a piece of aluminum foil, bring it out to the grill it for 30 seconds.
Oh my
It's
god, I've
fucking
done that
boiling hot.
before.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
and,
and you
it's,
get, like-
it's ready in 30 seconds. So you're hungover, you need a piece of pizza. 30 seconds later, you're eating crispy hot pizza.
That's a good point.
Thanks,
Actually,
700-degree grill.
That's a good point.
Anyway, so I'm going to piggyback on this question from Sovi. Thanks, Quinn, for the question. Sovi says, piggybacking on this question, chopsticks or flatware? This includes for rice dishes. I'll go first. I'll be selfish.
Yeah.
Always a fork or a spoon. Never chopsticks. Ever.
So when I get sushi, I always eat it with chopsticks. When I get Chinese food, it's 50-50. Sometimes I'll do chopsticks. Sometimes I'll do.
Can I just say this? If I'm eating
fork.
sushi, I take the fork and smash it and eat it.
And you just
just
missed the hand
cringed.
motion. Marcus picked that was going to hold the fork like a javelin in the middle of his fist.
He's
just
spearfishing.
yeah. He's
That's how I
fishing.
eat it. I dip it in the soy sauce and pow, pull it off in one bite.
Yeah, Joey and I know Mr. Fetta's answer. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll take any opportunity I can to use chopsticks.
Even like pork fried rice in
Straight
lo
up.
mein.
Yeah,
Boom. Put that shit in a bowl. Shovel.
yeah. Joey and I have gotten takeout Chinese food for a couple of our Legion sessions, and every time it's all chopsticks.
I always
All-
ask. I'm like, "Do you want chopsticks?" And I know full what. Like I have a fork in my hand for him, and then I have my chopsticks, and I always ask, "Do you
I
want?"
usually go chopsticks.
Hmm?
For sushi, I always do chopsticks.
Yeah, fork, dude.
It's tough. It's tough because it depends on how hungry I am. If I'm like regular hungry, it's much more likely I'll do chopsticks. But if I'm like ravenous, I'm like, nope, I'm doing a fork or a spoon, or I'll mix up like the General Tso's into pork fried rice or something, and then just like it becomes a rice bowl type situation, and I'm noshing.
I would
Go
say
ahead.
like you know what the best is? A spork. Like it gives you bust
The
of both
KFC
worlds.
spork.
Yes. Like
The
it's the
KFC
greatest
spork.
like utensil ever created.
I mean, I feel like a good spork could be really awesome, but like I'm just flashing back to like elementary school sporks that were useless as
You
a
couldn't
spo-
stab it?
yeah, you couldn't stab anything, especially not your buddy you're trying to mess around with and stab him in the thigh or something.
Right.
And it was terrible as a spoon because then it would just all fall through the forky part.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't good at either job. But yeah, I think I'd probably 60-40 flatware chopsticks for me.
It's probably because I'm always munching on the lo mein. So it's
That's true. Lo mein I
Bang.
love with the chopsticks. Let's see. Obi asks if we get a keyboard build stream when your stuff comes. Sorry, will we? Is it cut off? I feel like Marcus
Yes.
didn't copy it
I
correctly.
didn't copy it. Will
So if I-
we?
It says, Obi asks, will we get a keyboard build stream when your stuff comes in at Marcus B814?
So I am building
What are you talking about?
I'm building a custom mechanical keyboard. So
Okay.
there's this like whole fucking community that I was introduced to where you order all these individual parts for a keyboard and you build a custom made keyboard. And to me, like, I feel like that's my next evolution in nerd.
Is to have a custom one?
Yes. No, and I build it.
I want to know exactly what's going on because you're not doing anything different. All the keys are going to be in the same spot.
But you like have to like individually lube the keys and put them on with the springs and put them on. You actually assemble the board for it. Like you can buy, you get the foam pad if you want foam or plastic. Depends how hard you want the keys to hit. If you do the foam, they're like you still have the mechanical keyboard, but it's almost like soundless when you're tapping the keys. Because like right now, I'm sure. Can you hear
Yeah,
that?
you can hear it.
Oh yeah, we
Like
can
you
add that.
can't, you won't hear that because of the
Yeah.
foam pad. It'll be just like a regular non-mechanical keyboard, and like there's so
But
many
it'll
different things.
feel like a mechanical, but it'll sound like a regular.
Correct, and like there's so many things. Like I've been learning about this shit, dude. There's like some keyboards that like the build kits are like $2,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty expensive keyboards. Don't get it, but I can appreciate the community that's out there because that's like your thing.
Well, and I look at it as like this. So the keyboard is like all the parts is like $350, right? I
Okay.
look at it as why not, right? I love Logitech. I love everything about my Logitech keyboards and mice. But like I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw $350 away on something else. Why don't I try to do something and build something? Now, what Obi is saying, would I do it a build stream? It's hard for me to say that because like I feel if I don't know what I'm doing, and Nick can attest because he's worked with me, like if I don't really know what I'm doing, I get flustered quick as I'm like learning as I go. And I don't know if I would enjoy streaming that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, especially because I know you hate reading any directions.
Well, no, it's not that I hate reading directions.
It's just that you don't read them.
No, I do read them. It's just for me.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, it's not that I don't read the directions. It's that, you know, like, so I fucking hate bad instructions.
Yeah.
So
You
you,
know what I-
don't shop at IKEA.
See, IKEA ones actually are really good because
they're all
What
pictures.
IKEA do you shop at?
dude, I understand, but it speaks my language.
Pictures.
Carpentry?
Yes,
It just speaks pictures.
maybe that's
Make-
why.
I'm
The
making a joke.
Forgendorf. Yeah, he could build the Forgendorf.
So, anyways, thanks Obi for the question.
Let's see. Roth asks, "What's your most wait? Did Oh no, this was at you anyways. Okay, sorry. Roth asks, "What's your most unpopular Star Wars opinion?" And he put in they put in parentheses, I guess just the movies. Unpopular Star Wars opinion.
Ooh.
See, it's tricky because like I have some negative opinions, but I don't know if they're unpopular because they're typically things that other people find negative. Also,
I'll throw it out there. I think I like Jar Jar Binks. I
That's
think
definitely unpopular.
Yeah.
Yep. So what I mean is like that dude got played so hard, and then after, so like once the Emperor became the Emperor, he got banished from the Gungans because he's the one that nominated the chance for him to be the Chancellor. And
Right.
the Gungans blamed Jar Jar for all of it. So like, but that's like later on stuff.
Yeah.
But the other thing is like that dude was just trying to help his people. Like, yes, they could have done away with the like
The way he
ridiculousness.
talked and,
Yeah.
and,
Like the
I mean,
ridiculously, but at the same time, you know, he's really a good character.
he's
He's just annoying
trying.
as fuck.
Yeah, he's trying. For me, Joey, can you think of one off the top of your head, or you want me to go?
Give me another minute.
I think, for me, I'm trying to think of like what wouldn't be popular, but I think the original trilogy movies are all paced way too slow. Like you could shave like a half hour off of most of them. At least in particular, I think A New Hope
Well,
is so slow paced.
I'm
But that's
gonna
not
argue
their
that.
fault.
Dude, that
It's-
was
it's
made
like
in
that's the era.
1977.
Yeah,
like,
and all
that's a-
movies back then are paced like that.
Right. That's an action-packed fucking movie from 1977, bro.
Right.
Like,
Well, I'm clutching at straws here. I don't know. I don't have an unpopular opinion here, or yeah, but maybe something else I like.
I would say I don't know, just piggybacking on what you said about A New Hope, I wish if they ever edited anything, I wish they would fix the Sir Alec Guinness and Vader duel
Fight. Yeah.
and like update it and like put like new characters and like cut them in, because when you go from like Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah. To A New Hope,
To-
it's like,
whoa.
yeah.
And I understand made at different times, but yeah.
Yeah, I getcha.
What about you, Feta?
Mine might be real controversial.
Oh,
I got two that might be real controversial.
okay. Here we go.
So if we're
unbuckled in.
staying right inside the movie, that's it.
Okay.
I don't get the hype for Boba Fett.
Okay. Fair enough. Want to? So,
Like,
the
where did
show?
that come from? No. In just the movies,
Okay.
Boba Fett.
Okay.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I was going to say, so they just made a character. They never expected Boba Fett to be what he was, right?
Yeah.
Like, how did he become like?
They
That
just made
is
him.
my-
They just made an armored bounty hunter. That was
That's
it.
my beef.
And that's it. And
Right.
and then he just became a fan favorite.
Yeah. So
Why?
in the holiday special, he was a main character before he'd actually been on the screen. And then there's a little documentary on Disney Plus that talks about like where Boba Fett's hype came from. It literally answers your question. And
You
it's
gotta
like
send me that, because this is a question I've had for a long time that I have
Yeah.
never posed
it's
ever.
it shows you like it goes through it. So they with the design process, and then there was a parade that was happening somewhere that before Empire Strikes Back came out, and Boba Fett that costume walked in the parade, and I don't know how that translates in 1983 or whatever it was.
That's
to, like
the year I
somebody
was
going
bored.
to like Boba Fett being a cool character, because like it's not like some people were posting it on TikTok. Who's this guy in the parade? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really get it, but it definitely kind of came out of nowhere that this Boba Fett character just like became super popular. And obviously in Return of the Jedi, he has a much more prominent role. But
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
even
No,
in
but
that,
it could have been IG-88. It could have been any of those
any of
bounty,
the bounty
hunters.
hunters, right?
And why he picked one, because in his head he had the Mandalorian,
Yeah, I guess
like Mandalorians, I should say.
that whole backstory. Yeah.
Like,
But I thought
I
you were
don't-
going to talk about the show.
oh no. I really enjoyed the show. It was really good in my opinion.
Yeah,
But I will talk about the show, because when Cad Bane comes in and he says, "I just have one question for you. What's your angle?" I lost it, because I've been asking that for years. Like, what is going on with Boba Fett? Like, seriously.
Honestly, I wish they gave him like an hour special. You know what I mean? Like just one
Yeah.
episode. They could have done that whole show in an hour, or even a 2-hour movie. You know what I mean?
The
Of
Book
like
of Boba Fett?
the Book of Boba Fett, and like
Yeah. It was
because
Mandalorian season 2.5.
well, yeah, but here's what my issue with it, and this is unpopular, or maybe it is popular. Like what they gave us with Luke and Grogu in the Book of Boba Fett, that motherfucking shit should have been in Mando 3. Right?
Right.
Like that was
right
like
in the beginning.
right, like
Yeah.
that was like top tier. That like you made every kid that was born from 1977 to today bust a load that young Luke Skywalker was going to train fucking Jedi. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like even like end of season 2 when he's crushing the fucking dark troopers. But
Yeah.
like that was amazing. But like I just wish I wish they didn't do that. I wish they would have just made the fucking show 3 or 4 seasons, had Mando come in and save them. They didn't need the Grogu part and the Luke part or the Ahsoka part. Like I feel like spoiler cast. You know what I mean? Like they like, and now I have no idea how they can make Mando 3 better than what we saw there.
yeah, I get you.
Tall order.
Joey, you said you had a second controversial opinion.
In the original trilogies, I didn't like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's my favorite Star Wars character.
Well,
I get it.
he was
It
alive.
may not
for,
be unpopular, but
he was alive for 48 minutes.
And he didn't do good.
Well, it was for the larger
not-
point.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, but like the real Obi-Wan Kenobi is Ewan McGregor, right?
That's what
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that tainted me.
Who voiced Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars? You guys know?
I don't, but I'll have it shortly.
Thanks, Jamie. But like it's like if you look at like the bigger picture of 4, 5, and 6, Obi-Wan had a prominent role of pushing. He did his job of taking care of Luke, right?
Yeah.
But
James Arnold Taylor, by the way.
thank you. I'd love to get James Arnold Taylor on the show, but that ain't ever going to happen.
Yeah, he also voiced Plo Koon, by the way.
The other thing is, but like bigger picture, he did his job, but like I feel like Sir Alec Guinness wasn't as captivating as Ewan McGregor because you got 3 full episodes with him in it and then an entire Clone Wars series. So it's hard not to fall in love with Obi-Wan because he was so relevant. But in the original series, there was so little of him. All he did was use the Force, Luke. Go to Dagobah
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will go to the Dagobah system. There you will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master who instructed me. You know what I mean? Rah!
That's fair.
Lukewarm.
I get you.
Anyways, the last question. This is going to be controversial.
Oh boy.
Oh, thank you, Roth, for the question. Stask asks, what was the very first video game you got hooked on?
Like hooked.
Like hooked.
This is a great question for you guys because you ask everyone who comes on the show
What's your favorite
what
video
their
game?
of all time.
But what game did you like get hooked on where you're like
Exactly.
couldn't put it down? You're getting yelled at by your parents to
Mine
stop
is
playing.
super duper easy. So I'll go first.
Okay.
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
No, you got hooked on Call
First
of Duty
game?
too.
No, like I'm talking like I played Call of Duty and I enjoyed it, but like I played that shit. Like I would play the new game, and then as soon as like the DLC pack started to come out, I'm over it. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about hook, line, sinker. Started reading the books, started buying comic books, started getting Old Republic T-shirts. Fucking consumed buying an Old Republic sticker because I wanted people to know I support the Old Republic. Like I'm talking about a game that you're fucking hooked on. Like all day at work, you're listening to fucking podcasts, or if you're a kid in school, all you're thinking about is coming home and playing this one fucking video game. Like I played Star Wars: The Old Republic for 7 years.
I got mine.
What's yours?
Pokemon. Like, well, I'll give like a couple because there's not one specifically, but Pokemon Yellow version, and then Pokemon Silver. I played a ridiculous amount of Silver because it was the first. So like that was right as I started to become old enough to like actually be able to play games by myself. So I got a hand-me-down original gray brick Game Boy. I wish I still had that thing. Probably worth a lot.
You can get them online.
And Yellow version, and then I started playing with that. And then as I got older, my parents realized I was playing it a lot, and I got a special edition Game Boy Color that was like silver, and it had a Pikachu painted on it, and the little red light was Pikachu's cheek. And then I got Silver Edition for Pokemon, and like I had watched the anime all the time. I had Pokemon cards. This is like in the height of things. And then I also had a little like wicked dorky satchel that like I could put my games in, and my Game Boy was like made for a Game Boy. So I'd like have the satchel with a couple Pokemon cards in there, and I'd have it all in extra batteries, so I could swap the batteries for the Game Boy Color on the go, and I had it all the time. Go to the store, Game Boy. Going on a doctor's appointment, bringing the Game Boy. I always had that thing. I was always jamming on Silver.
Right.
All the time. Looking up cheat codes, all the things. So I think that's probably the first game that I really got like obsessed with, because I could play it all the time. And then later there's other games too, obviously, like Legend of Zelda. It's like the next one I think of, like for GameCube. I play that a lot. And lots of single player games. But Troy, what do you think?
You kind of stole my thunder.
Pokemon?
Yeah, Fire Red. Pokemon Fire Red for the Game
Oh,
Boy Advance.
So that was a little later, though.
I'm younger.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah, but only a couple of years, though. I get that.
But Nick,
Fire Red.
but the point is it just proves how Pokemon changed the game.
Yeah.
Like it
Pokemon's
innovative.
still one of my favorite games.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's innovative.
Yeah.
No other game was doing something like that.
That's true. It just had such a great formula. I think it's it being like multimedia, I guess. Like it had an anime and the cards be crazy popular. And the games all at the same time. Then there was a movie that Pokemon 2000 that came out. Like all of it in conjunction, like made it so Pokemon was everywhere. You could like dive into all kinds of different content for it at a time where like that wasn't really as much of a thing, basically without the internet, like in the very early days of the internet, where it not like it is now. So what you had was trading cards at the store. You could get your parents could buy you a pack and like you'd be thrilled. Chuck it in the binder with the plastic slips to slide them into, or you could just turn on the TV and catch the animated show too.
Did you guys play Pokemon Icarus?
Icarus?
I don't know what it's called. Like it's Breath of the Wild, but Pokemon.
Legends Arceus?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did not.
No, that game is built for me. If there was ever a game that was built for someone, that was the game for me.
Dude, that game is unbelievable. I watched the guy on the plane play it. It looks just like Breath of the Wild, but Pokemon.
It's perfect.
That's cool.
And
it's got all the elements of the old school Game Boy Pokemon games on top of the like open world sandbox exploration, random collecting, and one thing that's a little bit funny for people who really play a lot of Pokemon is the shiny Pokemon are way more frequent. So you can actually get
that's
them.
Cool.
It's I like it because you're talking to somebody who doesn't like soft reset the game 1,000 times over to get a shiny Pokemon. So when I got my first one, I like shit a brick.
Yeah.
And you immediately start shaking and you're like, I got to throw this Pokeball perfect. Otherwise, this thing's going to run and I'll never get it again.
Yep.
And that rush was something.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Dude, I'll never forget I getting that red Gyarados in silver. Because it's a automatic shiny encounter.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Gyarados harassing the town or something. And you gotta go fight it in the lake in order to like progress past that town. And it's a shiny red Gyarados. I want to get like a piece of art with that or something.
You want to watch?
We talked about that when I came over your place.
Yeah, a piece of art with like a red Gyarados. That'd be cool. I think I was talking about like what Pokemon card I would buy.
Exactly.
Like obviously Charizards are worth crazy amounts of money for like the rare ones.
What is it called?
Red. Well,
just
red,
shiny Gyarados.
Shiny Gyarados. Gyrados, something like that. It's like a water dragon. It's what Magikarp evolves into, but you gotta like
splash everything.
Right. I think honorable mention.
Wait, I think I spelled it wrong. How do you spell it?
Gyarados. Gyarados. Whatever. I don't know. It's a Japanese.
Gyr.
Yeah, Gyr. Gyarados. So what was I gonna say? Honorable mention though for games that I got completely hooked on. So like Pokemon originally sparked it, but then I think like I'm trying to remember other games I played as I was growing up. The next big one is Skyrim. I played like thousands of hours, at least 1,000 plus on that. And then the Fallout series games, mostly New Vegas. I played like 500 plus 600 hours.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
other big ones later.
Yes.
But like I'm trying to think of like the staples. The Pokemon was the first one, right? Specifically Pokemon Silver, I would say.
Yeah, for me it was always like I played a game and then I'd never played it again. And like, yeah, I played Call of Duty every year and all that stuff. And I loved it. But it never, like Mass Effect 2 hooked me and I beat that like 7 times, but never like Star Wars The Old Republic has done for me.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars: The Old Republic has, I don't want to say, has like changed me, changed my life.
Yeah. So you started the show with Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Wow, that was
Obviously.
a long time ago.
Yeah. You being involved in guilds and stuff for Star Wars: The Old Republic was part of
Being
the
on
influence.
podcasts.
Being on podcasts started the influence, was part of why we started this show. For sure.
Feta, thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Come back anytime. And I'll see you soon for some Star Wars Legion.
Absolutely.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.